Eastside Pitbull Cruz recently had a press conference with Lamont Roach Jr. About their upcoming fight in December, and he was asked about things like the preparation for the Lamont Roach fight and what he's trying to avoid. He said he doesn't want any surprises like Canelo had in his fight with Terrence Crawford. That's something that he's trying to avoid at this stage of his career. He definitely doesn't want to get a surprise like that. He said, I think surprises always exist. Now, there is no clear example like the one just happened with Canelo against Crawford. We have to be very cautious taking care of ourselves in all aspects because we don't want to get that surprise. And for him to take it better as far as Lamont Roach, how he's boxing and his talent and just him taking the punches, everything. He knows Lamont Roach is a high caliber fighter. But Pitbull, if y'all have seen Pitbull recently, I want you to look at his old photos when he's at these press conferences, not during fight week, but months out. And then look at how he looks now. He's in the best shape of his life. He said, I'm now at my full age to be enjoying, to take advantage of the fights, and I think I'm coming at a good time. Right now, my body is very good. It's adapting to all the workloads that we have been doing with the physical trainer, with the whole team in general. I think that I'm going to survive and arrive. I'm going to arrive stronger than in past fights, and I agree. When I heard that, I was like, yeah, he's been working with some new guys and putting in a lot of work. He's going to arrive stronger than he was in past fights. I'm telling you that right now. The man looks like he is in this photo right here. He's a lot more toner than this, and I think this was a while ago. But he's toned up a lot more than he is in this photo. I mean, the man looks sharp. He's in the best shape I've ever seen. But he knows that what Terrence Crawford did to Canelo could happen with Lamont Roach. He knows Lamont Roach is a very, very good fighter. He knows it. And he's not taking Lamont Roach lightly. He knows he's in probably one of the toughest fights of his life. He just seen Lamont Roach go toe-to-toe with Tank Davis. He actually thought Lamont Roach won the fight. So Pitbull have a lot of respect for his truthfulness too. He be saying a lot of truthful things. A lot of truthful things. When it came to the Ryan situation last year, he was on point. He said, I ain't fighting nobody that's not 140 and without testing. It's not going to happen. Then he was signed up to fight Ryan. But then he had another fight lined up with Fierro. Then that turned into a rematch. Then Rolly stepped in. Rolly ended up getting the victory over Ryan Garcia. But Pitbull Cruz has been in the mix the entire time. But he's not dumb. He knows that style that Terrence Crawford had with Canelo. It can look the same way. He's telling y'all right now, hey, I know I'm Pitbull Cruz. I have the style where I can be aggressive and I can possibly overwhelm a Lamont Roach. But let's not get things twisted. Lamont Roach is a dangerous fighter. We just seen what he did with Tank Davis. And it could be a situation where the fight ends up like Canelo and Terrence Crawford. So I have to be no surprises. I have to be on point at all times. And I think he needs to just, stay focused on what he's doing right now, because if he's going to be in the shape he is, like he is right now, I think he's more than focused. But this is a good matchup coming up. Pitbull Cruz is saying a lot of good things as far as his preparation, his mindset. He's not lackadaisical. I think he's smart enough after that Rayo fight, not being too, I wouldn't say arrogant. It was more so just the confidence. When you got confidence coming off stopping Rolly Romero, that happens sometimes. But he's back in the mix. I feel like he's come back down to earth like he should have done the first time. Just because, he got away from his style a little bit. And Pitbull, he's a boxer, but he fell in love with the brawling, Mexican style, and people say he's one-dimensional. Yeah, he is one-dimensional for his size, but Pitbull can still box, though. He's still a guy who still went in there and went toe-to-toe with Tank Davis. This isn't a guy who's just coming out of nowhere. He's just going to throw his hands and not think, and he's just swinging just to be swinging. No, he's a calculated fighter. I think people get him misunderstood with that. He's very calculated. I think his aggression a lot of times puts him in bad positions, but he's very smart, high IQ. He knows who he's in the ring with. He knows what mistakes not to make. He knows how to absorb these punches. He don't put himself in a lot of bad positions if you've seen. Pitbull hasn't been dropped yet, so it's a lot of things that people overlook. Like, the man has not been put in a position yet where he's been exposed all the way. He has taken losses. That will happen when you're taking the kind of fights that he's taking. He's not fighting anybody who's lower caliber. He probably has the toughest fights over the last few years. I've told people that recently, but Pitbull Cruz has probably had the toughest fights over the last couple of years. Especially when you fight, even before he fought Tank Davis. I was already looking at him when he was fighting Matisse and Matt Delano, Jose Romero, Francisco Vargas. Dude has a resume, man. He fights people. But I think this upcoming fight, even the last fight he had, the late replacement, Salcedo only had 2 losses and never been stopped before. And Salcedo had just lost to Andy Cruz, and he didn't get stopped in that fight either. So he's a very tough fighter, man. Pitbull's nothing to play with. But this is going to be a very good fight with him and Lamont Roach. And he seems focused. He needs to, because Lamont Roach is not playing. And I don't think Pitbull is either.